Good morning, everybody. This is Poyette, and I have a few minutes to make a video that I hope will be very helpful. I've had several people over the last several months to ask me, Poyette, I watch your videos, I see a lot of information, I see a lot of different products, but can you just give me the ABC of what I need to do to, live a better life, to be healthy? And so I'm going to just give you the shorty on it. And this is not my original diagram, but I'm borrowing it from another health therapist whose class I took recently, and I thought this would just sum it all up so that if you have any questions or concerns about where you should be heading or what you should be focusing on, that you would be clear. So I'll jump right into it. This little triangle right here is basically what you need to be doing if you plan to live, a good quality of life. And we're going to start right down here on the corner with nutrition, because nutrition, that's the building blocks of a healthy body. Your body, as I've told you before, is a bundle of cells that are constantly reproducing, constantly dying and being regenerated, or new cells are being generated. And so you have to make sure that those new cells that are going to be composing your body and your body parts, that they're made of the proper material that will sustain a healthy body. For example, you need vitamins and minerals. You need amino acids and essential fatty acids. And essential fatty acids would be your omegas, 3, 6, and 9, because those kinds of things are going to help with your heart, your arteries, and this kind of stuff. So anyway, you need your nutrition. You need to watch what you eat. Let me just go back over some dietary reminders for you. And this is Poyette. Your doctor may tell you something totally different. But from my experience, if you do want to start making some major changes in your life so that your body feels better, looks better, you have more energy and more vitality, the first thing you need to get out of your diet is pork. If you're eating pork in any shape, form, or fashion, you're asking for lethargy or being tired. You're asking for disease to proliferate in your body. You're just asking for it. And so you have no need for pork in your body. You have no need for pork in your life, so get it out. The next thing is eliminate or severely reduce your intake of red meat. If you're going to eat beef or any other red meat, just keep it to a minimum. And then finally, fried foods, you need to make sure that whatever you're cooking, that you do a minimal amount of frying with your foods, because when you fry the food, you basically kill if there are any nutrients in the meat you're eating, you basically kill them with the frying. And you're adding free radicals that are going to cause damage in your body when you fry food. So we want to make sure on the nutritional side, cut out the pork, reduce the red meat, and reduce severely the frying. If you just use a rule of thumb that I use for myself, there's no frying done in my house. If any fried food is consumed, it's consumed outside of the house. So if you do that, number one, your house will smell better, and number two, you will by default eat less fried food. So because if you're not frying at home, then that's one less place for you to consume fried food. So that's it on the food consumption side as far as meat is concerned. Then you have your fruits and vegetables. If you're eating fruits and vegetables, make sure that you're washing them very well, so that you're removing, if you're eating apples and that kind of things, those things are dipped in wax. And so you don't want to be consuming wax and any garbage that's under that wax, between the wax and the skin. So you get yourself a good fruit wash, or just use some mild detergent to make sure you remove the wax, because you need to consume the skins, because that's right where the nutrients are in the fruit, if you're eating apples or pears or that kind of thing. Also grapes or whatever. So anyway, make sure you clean your fruit very well. Then if you're cooking vegetables, don't overcook your vegetables. Saute them lightly, or steam them, or eat them raw, But the thing is, try to consume as much live food as possible. And then lastly, on nutrition, make sure that you eliminate those whites that I told you about several videos ago. Your white flour products, white rice. Let me get this down a little bit. strained my eye. Your white products such as white flour, white rice, and that would include pasta, your white salt and white sugar. You want to make sure that you get all of those whites out of your diet and substitute them with the healthier alternatives. I gave you some of them before, but I'll just kind of run down a list. If you're eating rice, you want to make sure you're eating brown rice or wild rice or some other kind of rice that still has the bran on the outside of the grain. If you're consuming flour products, you want to consume whole grain flour products. If you consume flour products at all, those of you who have gluten issues, you might just want to think about cutting bread out of your diet altogether. And it's possible. Trust me, you can do it. Also, if you're going to be consuming sweeteners, the sweeteners that can help you are the low glycemic agave nectar. You can sweeten with honey. You can sweeten with, if you're going to use sugar, try to use like a brown sugar or something that hasn't been processed, and that kind of thing. And then, of course, with the salt, get rid of that white table salt, Morton salt, all that stuff that you see, it's $1 box on the shelf. That is the kind of salt that is going to scar your heart, scar your arteries, and cause you to have massive collections of plaque and cholesterol to build up in your arteries. So people wonder sometimes, well, I don't eat a high fatty diet. Why is my cholesterol so high? If you're using table salt, that's why. So what you want to do is substitute the table salt with the pink Himalayan salt. And because the pink Himalayan salt is not an irritant to the heart and the arteries such as the table salt is. The table salt is heated to 1500 degrees, it's bleached, and your body sees it as a poison and reacts thus. But when you consume the pink Himalayan salt, your body sees it as a welcome friend because it's loaded with 84 minerals that your body needs on a daily basis to survive. So even if you're not cooking with if you don't want to cook with salt at all, you at least need to consume some pink Himalayan salt from time to time to keep your electrolyte balance up to par in your body, and to make sure that you're getting the proper minerals so that your body won't fall apart. Okay? Also on the nutrition side, after you've gotten rid of the pork, reduce the beef, reduce the fried foods or eliminated them altogether, and then after you've taken some care with how you're preparing your fruits and vegetables for consumption, and you've gotten rid of the whites, the very next thing that you need to also at the same time do is make sure that you're taking your supplements, because I don't care how many fruits and vegetables you eat, they're still not going to have all the vitamins and minerals that you need, and amino acids and essential fatty acids. So what you got to make sure is that you find good supplements that will put these vitamins, minerals, essential fatty acids, and amino acids in your system, so that when those cells are reproducing, they're reproducing with everything that they need to be strong. Because if you build a strong cell and build another strong cell, those cells are going to produce stronger cells, and what you end up with is a stronger, more vibrant body and organ systems. So there we are. That's it on nutrition. Of course, on nutrition, I guess you can also throw in the water, because water is a part of your nutrition distribution system. Because if you are dehydrated, I don't care how good you eat, if you can't get the nutrients to travel through the body as they should because you're dehydrated, then you're dead in the water anyway. So make sure that you play this tape back and listen to what I said on nutrition. Now I'm going to move right to exercise, and I'm not going to stay there very long because I don't have to tell you, you need to move your body. If you're sitting around waiting for weight to fall off of you, if you're sitting around waiting for energy to just jump on you, it's not going to happen that way. You have to get up. You have to move your body. Even if you can't get up, you can lie in the bed and try to lift your legs. If you've been debilitated and sick for a long time, there are things you can do. Lift your arms. Squeeze your hands. Do things to get your body moving. The more you move, the more you want to move. But if you don't ever move, if you don't ever try to make an effort, your body's going to get weaker and weaker and weaker. And you have to have strong muscles and bones to carry these frames of ours around. And these frames are designed to last you for a lifetime. So if you don't use it, you're going to lose it. And you'll have you have a desire at some point when you can't move to move. So I'm telling you now, while you still have the ability, make it a priority to every day do a little lightweight exercise. I don't care if it's just walking around your house, picking up clothes or toys behind the kids. Walk. You go to Walmart, don't park at the door. Park away from the building so you'll have to walk. While you're in the store, don't just go to get the thing that you went to go get. Shop around. Move around with the buggy. Even if you don't put anything in it, you have moved your body. You have exercised. And so there are lots of different ways you can get it in. But you need to get in that, hour or two a week over the course of several days, hour or two a week of exercise. You have to have it. And so, and also that's the way that you move a lot of toxins out of your body, which is coming to my third point. But if you're not moving your body, your lymphatic system's going to get sluggish, and you're not going to be able to detox your system, and you're going to get sick. And so, in everything from mucus to acid and all that kind of stuff is going to build up in your body. So, work on your nutrition, get some exercise in, and that would also include, exercise will also include your breathing, doing deep breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth several times a day. You feel stressed, breathe. It's a great stress reliever. Also, make sure that you're working on your eye muscles. Is lots of the eye problems that we're seeing with people is because people don't even think about the fact that they have muscles in their eyes that need to be exercised, and then when they get a weak muscle, have to have surgery to strengthen it or to tighten it or some craziness like that. When you can exercise your eyes while you're laying on your back in your bed. Look up, look down, look left, look right. Look to your top right, look to your top left. Just move your eyes around because there are muscles in there that really need to be worked. And you can feel when you haven't worked them, because when you go in a particular direction, you feel strain. That means that muscle's weak. And so, not a lot of emphasis is put on that, but just know that all of your body needs to be worked. All of your body needs to be exercised. Okay. Finally, detox. All right. As I said before, it's one thing to have nutrition, it's another thing to have exercise, another thing to be able to get what you ate out, and or what you've experienced through your breathing, water you've drank, and whatever out. That's what detoxing is. Detoxing is basically getting the garbage out of the body. You know how you would feel if your trash can in your kitchen was overflowing, if your toilets wouldn't flush, if your shower wouldn't drain. You would be driven crazy if your house had no way of getting the waste out. And so if you're that way about your house that you live in, a building that you can actually open the door and walk out of, why would you be so comfortable with garbage staying in this body that you cannot walk out of? This house that you have to live in, this house that you must stay in. It's no different. Garbage is garbage. And so if you can see the practicality of, when garbage pails are full, taking it out. If you can see the practicality of, if a toilet is backed up, calling a plumber. If you can see the practicality of that, then you understand detox. And so just as we call a plumber for a backed up toilet or a sluggish drain in the shower, you have to have something available to you if your body, for whatever reason, decides that it's not going to release toxins. Okay? One of the best ways that we release toxins, or number one ways, of course, is we sweat. We sweat out a ton of toxins. You may not realize it, but you're sweating out a ton of toxins if you are sweating. The other ways that we urinate, and of course, defecation. If you're not using the bathroom, number 2, on the daily basis, you're toxic. And certainly if you're not urinating as you should, you're toxic. So the thing is, we got to make sure that we're doing the things that are necessary to make sure that we're sweating, urinating, and defecating on the regular. We've in this country made these kinds of things like taboo. But the thing is, that's a part of being a human being, is releasing toxins. Whether it's in the form of solid waste and feces, as in feces, or liquid waste as in urine, or liquid waste as in sweat. We are built to do that. And when we don't do it, we get sick. It's called auto-intoxication. When you can't release toxins, your body basically poisons itself with its own waste. And so I've already told you on previous videos that for detoxing, uh, the number one areas that I've seen where people are having major problems with detoxing is with their the lymphatic system, which is connected to their liver, but the liver and the colon. We have a huge problem with constipation in this country, and it's based upon what we're eating and the fact that we're sitting around on what we're eating and it's not coming out. So Health Plus Incorporated has two products that I have recommended. Number one is the Liver Cleanse, and the Liver Cleanse comes in capsules. You just take it as directed. And then the Super Colon Cleanse, I use the powder. I mix the powder and juice with my shaker cup down the hatch, and I follow with a liter or two of water throughout the day. And so, to me, that works best. You have to find out what works best for you. But I would not recommend that you go out and buy commercial laxatives to get your bowels to move, because commercial laxatives, first of all, are irritant to the colon. They're not soothing. They're not trying to work with the body. They're trying to cause an irritation in the colon, which causes water from other parts of your body to rush to the colon to flush the colon out. And then what that ends up doing is leaving the rest of the body dehydrated. And then the colon ends up being dehydrated. And then constipation compounds itself, because now you have a dry colon, a dry body, and waste is still coming into the colon. And so that's why I would not recommend commercial laxatives as they have been used in the past. Nice herbal remedies are available, such as Senna, in various Senna combinations, Cascara Sagrada, and of course, I use the Super Colon Cleanse from Health Plus, which is not a single herb; it's a blend of herbs in a powder form. I don't use the capsules because for my body, the capsules have not worked as well. For my body, the powder, if mixed in juice, has worked best for colon cleansing. But you don't have to do it every day. You do it as you need it. But you know when you've been bad. You know when you've when you've eaten something that you weren't supposed to eat. Like for me, if I know I ate macaroni, or if I know I had ice cream or some kind of dairy or something like that, and those kinds of things bind me up, I know I got to do a colon cleanser. And so, that's just what you have to do. Now, let's go a little bit further. Sometimes you can take your liver cleanse, you can take your colon cleanse, you can, take everything that you feel that you could to get your colon to move, or to get your bowels to move, and it's still not moving. That's when you have to get radical. You have to do just like Grandma Knows used to do, get yourself an enema bag. Now, I started to bring my enema bag down here and put on this video, but I didn't want to embarrass my children because they think I'm crazy anyway. But let me tell you something. You better make sure that you're comfortable enough with your body to do what it takes to make your body survive. If you know you hadn't had a bowel movement in 3, 4, 5 days, and you've been taking colon cleansers to try to get your colon clean, and you still haven't had a bowel movement, you're going to be in the hospital. And trust me, they're not going to know what to do they'll give you a temporary relief, but something is going on in there that needs to be cleaned out. Something is backed up in there, and you got to make sure you get it out. And so I would highly recommend that you invest, if you have not done so, invest in an enema bag. Don't have any shame in your game. Clean your insides. You can use a little baking soda in that water, or you can use a little, especially if you have sinus trouble, use a little hydrogen peroxide in the water. That will help remove mucus and help give you some relief. And then there are different herbal teas that you can actually use in the water to do nutritive enemas. I would advise you to Google enemas so that you can see they even have a coffee enema that would actually detox your liver. If you've been poisoned or something like that, if you've been exposed to any kind of metal poisoning or whatever. But there are lots of different naturopaths out there have done their research. They actually practiced these things and have seen the relief that enemas will give people who have tried everything. And I use them because I know for myself that I have had, over the course of my lifetime, a very sluggish colon. And so sometimes, even when I take my super colon cleanser, it won't work. And I have to just go ahead and clean myself out. And I do that because I'm trying to stay here. I got to be here for my family. I got to be here to make sure that I fulfill my purpose in the earth. I can't let the fact that I'm backed up take me out of this world. And there are some people who would be here today if they could have had a good bowel movement. Trust me on that. I'm an embalmer. I know. And so my thing is, you got to make sure that you don't let crap kill you. And it will. So if you're not comfortable with that, let me just give you one last suggestion on that. In terms of colon cleansing, you need to find yourself a good hydrotherapist. I have recommended for the folk here in the PD area, Dr. Becky Metzger over in Quimby. She is excellent. She has worked on my entire family because all of us have had colonics. And a colonic is where you actually get the entire length of your colon clean. Now, an enema will really only clean like the sigmoid and up a little bit on the descending colon, maybe about this much. And you can maybe, if you really work it, you can work around and get the water to go up that far. But for the most part, you're not going to get so far with an enema as far as cleaning. But when you go to a colon hydrotherapist, such as Dr. Metzger or someone else that's doing that kind of practice, they're going to make sure that they get all the way up the sigmoid, up the descending, across the transverse, and down into the ascending, down to the cecum. They're going to get all of that stuff moving. They may not get it all in one treatment, but the thing is, the machine is designed to help get that colon clean. And I've had I have had students, I've had family members, I've had friends that I've recommended to get the colon hydrotherapy, and they have had monumental results. And so I promise you, it is worth the investment. It's a heck of a lot cheaper than surgery for colon cancer. And so what I'm trying to do is to help you on the front side. These things may seem like, oh, that's a lot of money to put in all those supplements. It costs to eat right. And all. It costs to die with cancer too. Trust me. It costs. And so my thing is, you decide what you want to pay for. Okay? And cancer not only costs you in terms of dollars and cents, cancer costs you in terms of pain and suffering and the things and a loss of the quality of life. You want to be able to enjoy your life. You want to be able to enjoy your family, to go to family events and to be a part of what's going on with the people around you. Not sitting around wondering, when your next treatment is coming up and that kind of thing. I mean, and my heart goes out to people who are in cancer treatment. But the thing is, even if you're in cancer treatment right now, you still have to take charge of your health. You still got to say, there's got to be something else I can do out here. And you cannot let people just dictate to you that, oh, these are your only options. No, they're not. No, they're not. They're only your only options if you accept them as your only options. You have got to take charge. What do you have to lose anyway but your life? Okay? Seriously. So I'm not trying to be antagonistic with our medical system, but what I'm saying is people are not being taught these three premises: nutrition, exercise, and detox. You got to do this if you plan to live. This is how human beings function. This is how we made it thus far, these thousands and thousands of years that we've been on the planet. We've survived because of what we were eating, the fact that we moved our bodies, and that we detoxed. Okay? Of course, on the detox side, I've mentioned to you before on videos about the foot detox, the ionic foot bath that will pull toxins out of the feet. Of course, my good friend Diane Chapman, she has the New Beginnings Wellness Center right there on Celebration Boulevard in Florence. She does the foot detoxing. Dr. Becky Metzger does the foot detoxing, and foot detoxing is done in Florence right at the Nature's Alternative. There may be other sites. You need to just Google whatever city or town you're in, Google and find out who is doing it in your area. It only takes about 20 to 25 minutes for you to do it. All you do is take off your shoes, put your foot in the water. There's an array that goes out down into the water to adjust the water to match the ionization of your body. It will literally pull toxins right out of your feet. I get that done generally every quarter. But if I feel stuffy or feel like I'm getting sick or something like that, or that I've been exposed to some kind of bug or whatever, I'll go get it done. Also, if I'm having like headaches or backaches or something like that, and I feel like I'm over toxic or over acidic, I'll go get it done. And generally, that'll cost you maybe about $35, depending on the site. Some people $25, $35, $40, somewhere in there, $25 to $40 to get the foot detox done. A colonic irrigation will sometimes run you between $90 and maybe $150, depending upon where you go. Also, on the detox side, don't forget about massage. And you don't have to go get a professional massage to get massaged. They have massage chairs that you can buy now, massage pads that you can buy now. You got kids who can massage you. You know, tell your little grandkids, hey, come rub my feet. You know, rub my back, rub my shoulders. Just get that motion moving on your body. Just pressing, pressing, pressing. And what that does is that stimulates your lymphatic system. And the lymphatic system works right along with the liver to take nutrients to the cells and to take toxins away from the cells. And so you want to make sure that your lymphatic system is up and running if you're trying to detox. All of this is tied together with the quality of the water that we drink. So I will say it until I'm blue in the face. If you're not drinking alkaline water, you're doing yourself a grave injustice. So Zuma products, Zuma Worldwide has the X2O sachets that we drop into the water to alkali the water. But however you alkali your water, please get off of the sodas, get off of the tea, get off of these sweet drinks, and drink your water. I think I have covered the triangle of life. And I pray that you will be blessed and that you will take this to heart. And I'm signing off at, I think, 26 minutes into this, or 26 and a half minutes into this. And I believe that this 26 and a half minutes has been a great investment of your time. Good day.